Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime.
He's on his way in now, so I'll just change, all right?
I light up when you call my name. Right, you give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through.
Mac's on his way in. Now remember, don't say anything about the case. I'll take care of everything, all right?
Okay.
Fever isn't such a new thing. Fever started long ago. Long ago. Romeo loved Juliet. Juliet, she felt the same. When he put his arms around her, he said, Julie, baby, you're my flame. I gave her to her.
Peggy Lee.
With thy kisses, fever with thy flame.
Isn't she some lady?
Yeah.
Fever,
Wow.
I'm a fire.
Champagne?
Please, I should say so. Great place for a party.
I'm glad you got here in time.
I wouldn't have missed it. I was at the airport. I knew all the time you didn't fool me.
This is Miss Baird, Frank McBride, my boy.
Baird?
A great pleasure. I really don't know how to thank you.
Please don't thank me. He's paying for it. It's his party.
When he kisses me, fever when he holds me tight.
Miss Baird comes from Rocky Pines, Wyoming.
Rocky Pines.
Now you've listened to my story.
She represents a group of people up there.
Nearly 200 across the states.
All of whom have been completely wiped out of their savings by a company called California International Investments.
California International. That's Gunther's company. Did you know he ran out? He absconded with all the money. He's out of the country. Nobody can find him.
That's right.
Yes.
What a lovely way to burn. What a crazy way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. Thank you so very, very much. In closing, I'd like to leave you with this thought.
I want to propose a toast.
Okay. You
Toast?
win.
Well, what kind of toast?
You well, all right.
What do you mean, what kind of a toast? He's fooling. Miss Baird.
What can I
He
do?
set up this surprise party. This is the night of our second anniversary of being together. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years.
Anniversary?
I love him. I hope it's 1,000 years.
I hope so, too.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
To McBride and Ryan. 2 years.
Well, all right, okay. You win. What are we waiting for? Well, all right,
Mac,
okay. You win. But baby,
Miss Baird collected a little something from each member of her group, sort of a campaign fund.
$10,000.
Plus 5% of any amounts of money we might get beyond this sum. We're taking the case.
We're taking the case.
Would you like to go backstage?
Oh, yes.
You know Peggy Lee?
Yeah.
He knows everybody.
come in. Why, Peters and T. Ryan, nice to see you again.
You were wonderful tonight.
Thank you.
I'd like to have you meet a new client of ours, Fiona Baird.
My pleasure, Miss Baird.
You were so fine.
Thank you very much.
And this is our secretary, Maggie, and General Factotum.
Hello, Maggie.
Hello.
And, this is my partner, Frank McBride.
Mr. McBride?
How do you do? My friends call me Mac.
Oh, Mac, would you give me a moment while I change back into the real world and just make yourselves comfortable?
By all means, yes. It's a charming woman. You started to tell me downstairs about this case.
Yeah, well, I'll explain that to you later, Mac. I got everything all worked out at the office when we go back there.
Well, tell me now. I mean, I'd like to know what the hell is going on, you know?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on when we get back to the office.
Mac, have you seen me work recently?
Yes. As a matter of fact, about 2 years ago at the Waldorf, I saw you. You were wonderful. You were a big hit.
You're obviously a man of the world. May I ask you a question?
Well, please do.
How do you like my hair?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, I think that style is very becoming to women.
Good. Then you can have it.
That's great.
Anybody got a light?
Yeah, here you go. Isn't that fantastic? That is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
What's the matter with you?
There's a female impersonator.
No, Mac. That's Jim Bailey.
Mac, I'm not a female impersonator. I'm an actor illusionist. See, the difference is I don't mimic. I try to become the person I'm doing.
Good for you.
See, my job is to create an illusion, visually and vocally, so precisely that my audience really believes that I am Peggy Lee or Judy Garland or whoever I'm presenting.
And you're wonderful at it.
Thank you.
A female impersonator.
Mac, will you just take it easy? Don't get on your high horse. I'm going to explain to you what's going on.
This is what the anniversary party I want to thank you for. I'd like to give another toast.
Will you just let me explain to you what's going on, and then you'll understand?
I'd like to know what the hell is going on, yes?
Jim is going to help us out in the case. See? Isn't it terrific?
A female impersonator.
In a vital meeting like this, and that jerk brings two broads with him.
Well, that's Loverboy Lucarati for you. Gotta keep up his reputation, n'est-ce pas?
To think that I'm stuck with a super stud as my last lifeline.
Well, AJ, at least he hasn't run out on you like all the rest of them.
That's because he can't afford to, Alicia, any more than you.
Hi, AJ. Hey, you look terrific.
The visa, Lance. What about the visa for Liechtenstein?
It's still in the works. The lawyer's pushing as hard as he can. But they're pretty picky about their permanent resident permits. You're a fugitive, AJ. And Liechtenstein has an extradition treaty through Switzerland with the United States.
Buy some officials off. Get me a temporary visa. Once I'm there, I'll have access to our Swiss account. Then I'll soon own the place.
That's what I'm working on. Only it takes time.
I am being hustled out of Mexico. I have no place to go.
But sure you do. I got you a nice little place in Anguilla. It's an island in the Caribbean. You go in on a Canadian passport. Your name is Charles Donaldson.
Banished to an island. Like Napoleon. The ocean between me and my empire.
Your empire. Your empire's busted. But I'm picking up the pieces. Hold it.
You're quite right, Lance. You're all I've got. And I'm all you ever had, other than your gutter hostilities and your animal appeal to the opposite sex. And, of course, your share of the profits of the last 6 years. How much do you estimate you have salted away in our Swiss account?
$4 million is my share.
And I've just changed the account number. And I'm the only one that knows the new one. You have 2 weeks to get me the Liechtenstein visa, or I stop the dance. Did you get a good look at him? I don't trust him, Kagan. He may sell me out to the FBI, cut his losses, and get out clean. So, you go after him. Watch him, day and night. If he makes that kind of move, kill him.
A.J. Gunther. That is what this scam is all about. He has defrauded the government, several major corporations, not to mention thousands of personal and private investors like Miss Baird here.
Yes, and not to mention a couple of people that have been knocked off, who squealed to the FBI and disappeared.
Let me handle this, okay?
Oh, of course, but you better know the...
Hey, Pete.
He didn't mention anything about that.
Will you let me handle this, Mac?
Well, I just wanted to get the facts straight.
Okay. Well, just let me handle it.
You know he's had killers on his payroll constantly, and I dare say he still has, so you better know about that. Just don't gloss over the facts,
Just
that's all.
hold it a minute. That is all newspaper talk. Don't you know that? A.J. Gunther was never charged with murder, Mac. Never.
No. All the witnesses are dead.
But it's irrelevant and immaterial, see?
Not to the dead witnesses.
Mac, we are not going after A.J. Gunther and his soldier boys. So will you just relax?
Look, you fellas argue it out, okay? I'm an entertainer, not a clay pigeon.
You're right. And I'm going to explain that to you, okay? Malcolm. That's the mark.
Lucarani, the creep?
The sexual athlete that makes Casanova and Don Juan look like Huck Finn.
I know him. He's a petty thief, a street fighter. He's a gigolo.
That's it. You got it. That is the picture, and that's where we're going to hit him. Right in his male ego.
Oh, wait a minute. We're trying to get her money back. What has Lucarani got with it?
Lucarani has got everything to do with A.J. Gunther because he handles all of A.J.'s companies in the United States of America. He winds them all up, see? Yeah, and right now I would say he's out looking for some kind of a sanctuary for Gunther and a visa for Gunther, see?
A visa? Oh.
And I can tell you, I'm pretty sure I know which country it is. Malcolm?
Ladies and gentlemen, Liechtenstein. How is Lucarani, going to get Miss Baird's money back to her?
I haven't told you about the bait yet, have I?
The bait?
The bait is Baroness Katrine Sophia Krugenstall, heiress to one of the greatest family fortunes in Europe. And that is who I want you to become.
The Baroness, what did you say?
Will you, Mac?
This is no good.
Why not?
I need a whole set of photographs in color.
That's the only picture that's ever been taken of her, and that was taken 10 years ago. She shuns publicity and people, you know?
Look,
I can't work from that. I've got to have a full rundown. Mannerisms, characteristics, how she dresses.
Why? Nobody knows who she is, don't you see? That's the beautiful part of it. Nobody ever sees her.
But what about her background, her personal history?
Oh, I've got it right here. It's a lot of homework, but if I could help you, I'd be happy to.
Now that's a sensational idea.
The capper is Katrine Sophia Krugenstalt is here in Southern California at this very moment. She's in seclusion, of course. That's the reason that I chose it. I'm going to get Jim to play the Baroness, and Jim is going to get to Lucarati, and Lucarati is going to fall in love with the Baroness. We are going to photograph it. We will show the film to Lucarati, and when he sees it, he will realize that he has fallen in love. Get it? Watch. With a guy.
That's the silliest scam I ever heard of.
The Baroness, Jim, is going to take us to Lucarati. Lucarati will take us to Gunther. Gunther will come out of his sanctuary, wherever he might be. And we will, Jim will, that is, give him a visa to Liechtenstein. Got it? When he comes out, we will arrest him. We will grab him. We will get the money back and be able to return it to these poor investors like Miss Baird. Now, do you get the idea?
It can fall apart 14 different ways from Sunday anytime to just blow up in your face.
It can fall apart 14 different ways.
The Lucarati and the Countess...
Come on, Mac, will you?
Pete, you're crazier than a fly in a bass drum.
It's going to work.
It's not going to work, Pete. I'm telling you, it's not going to do a thing. Now, listen to me.
Will you just wait a minute? Hold it. What do you think?
I'm fascinated.
He's insane.
Sure. Yeah, no, I can mention Bahamas, sure. But that's only if the Liechtenstein deal falls through.
There's nothing wrong with it. I told you.
Follow orders.
It's our regular quarterly maintenance check, ma'am. It's just part of the service.
Yes, sir.
Miss, you want to disconnect the power, please?
No, that's out. You're not to contact anyone in Anguilla. And don't arouse any suspicion about that place. Is that understood?
You can plug me in now, miss.
Hey, Goofy, get me a drink.
It was perfectly all right until you touched it.
Lawyer's a jerk.
Now I'm not going to be able to watch the Waltons.
A rare art treasure will be auctioned in Los Angeles tomorrow and is expected to realize at least $200,000. The gold statuette of the Hindu goddess Kali is just 11 inches tall, but is said to be the only one of its kind, dating from the 3rd century. Among those bidding for it will be the Baroness Krugenstalt of Liechtenstein, one of the richest women in the world who has come all the way to California to bid for the Kali. Flash floods surged through to...
I'm sorry, folks, but this set's going to have to go back to the shop.
Oh. Richard Thomas was going to be on Dinah tomorrow night.
So I'll send you a loaner first thing in the morning.
Prince Marenka? Got Lance Lucarati. I got a job for you. The Baroness Krugenstalt from Liechtenstein. No, she's not in Europe. She's right here in California somewhere. That's for you to find out, you donkey. What do you think I pay you the $100 for? Yeah. Yeah, I'll be down there in about an hour. Okay.
Excuse me?
You see that clipping? It says that A.J. Gunther and his group left Mexico and went to the Caribbean islands.
Oh, they all go down to the Caribbean. There's hundreds of islands down there. You'll never find...
Anguilla.
Anguilla what?
Lucarati on the phone. He says Anguilla. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not what?
Anguilla.
On the phone to whom, Malcolm?
I don't know, Howie, some jerk a lawyer. He says Anguilla. Absolutely not. It don't attract interest there.
Don't attract interest in Anguilla?
Anguilla happens to be one of the few remaining fragments of the British Empire, you see.
Don't attract interest in Anguilla.
That's it.
Gunther.
I know a man in Anguilla, Jeb Mitchell. Smuggles brandy into Martinique, Cubans out of the country and all that thing.
Oh, boy, a people smuggler, another people
I'm going to have him check the recent arrivals down there. We'll get to him. What is it?
What's the matter? Speak up, speak up.
Thought you'd never ask. Lucarati, he lives on North Willow. That's just across the street from Pacific Towers apartment building. You dig? Pacific Towers apartment building?
That is a very interesting building.
The Brain, B-R-A-N-E, I never forget. You told me about it once.
What's so interesting about the Pacific Towers?
They've got a staff there that keeps their mouths shut. Now, what about the tape? How did that go, huh?
Beautiful. Got everything. Exquisite. As soon as the Baroness's picture came on a TV screen, Lucarati went to the phone, called up a Prince Marenka.
Dmitri Marenka, the people tree fella?
Right.
That faker?
You hit it. And at this very moment, Marenka is probably checking out the noble house of Krogenstalt. And you know what that means, right?
You know what it means?
Means you've got Lucarati hooked.
Everybody's a snob, boy chick. I learned that long ago in the camps. Dmitri kept himself out of the ovens by providing the guards with phony family trees.
Yeah, I heard all about that before. Look, I'm in a hurry. What did you get from me on this Krugenstall dame?
The Baroness Catherine Sophia. Only child of Sebastian Eugene Constantine, 16th Baron Krugenstalt. The grandfather, Eugene, was the military advisor to the last Tsar of Russia, Peterkin Nikolai.
Yeah, well, look, you forget the ancient history, you know. I want to know from now.
The present Baron is one of the richest, most powerful men in Europe. He controls banks, industries in more than 20 countries. Here. Matushka, you look like you've seen a vision.
Yeah. A visa.
When I was young, a visa was a vision.
How about the statue?
In the Buckstone Galleries. The owner lives in Sacramento, but I got his telephone number. Unlisted. Yeah, but where is it? Yeah, here.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, there's no picture in here.
The Baroness is a very private person. She does not permit photographs.
Wait a minute. Hold it, Marenka. Hey, how long does this broad stay in California?
Few days, according to the social columns. It is all in the clippings in there.
But where? I have to talk to her. I have to see her.
Oh, boy, moi. Greta Garbo would have been easier. Howard Hughes. Yeah, even now. Even if you had the address, she doesn't see anybody. Nobody. She's a recluse, guarded very closely. Read Dimitri's material, huh?
Oh, I'll read it. But she's going to see me. And I'll talk to her.
Good luck.
Good heavens. Oh, what's the matter?
You are the manager. Hugo Spencer James, formerly known as Lieutenant James, G2, Intelligence, Army, in World War II.
Yes, but not really. I was in this Signal Corps.
But if I may say so, some of your communications are still being used in military intelligence training centers. Models of routing, ciphering, and decoding.
Well,
After all this time. Well,
certainly. My agency is always in need of reliable assistance, and you're on our most trusted list, which is very fortunate because I can come straight to the point.
Well, anything I can do to help, of course, gentlemen.
You can see on, sir.
May I present Count Vogel?
Oh, an honor, Count.
Lieutenant?
Of Liechtenstein.
Bitte, sir.
I'm informed by your police department that this building has a high security apartment where from time to time witnesses, informants, people who must be protected are accommodated.
Yes, the department still pays the rent, but we haven't used it for several months now.
Be so kind, please, to prepare for immediate occupancy.
My authorization?
Oh, by all means, but may I ask who?
I need hardly say that national security is involved.
We on you are relying.
Indeed we are. Within the next few hours, one of your neighbors will approach you for information. A man calling himself Lucarati.
Mr. Lance, the social figure? But he's a local celebrity.
A cover?
A sleeper, Mr. James, and he's just been activated.
Oh, a most dangerous man.
Indeed. Without doubt, he will offer you a bribe. You will accept it. And these are the answers you will give him. Now, I want you to take these. I want you to memorize these. And after you're through memorizing them, I want you to burn this document.
The Baroness Krugenstadt here?
Representing her father and negotiating a new economic treaty with Washington involving the IMF.
Now you see the importance of the project.
Thrifty Mac calling Champagne Charlie.
Breaker, this is Champagne Charlie.
Here he comes.
10-4.
Will you put that cigarette out?
Sorry to inconvenience you. We will only detain you for a moment.
Well, I live right here, and I haven't got a moment.
You will wait until I tell you.
The hell I will. Take your paws off me.
That?
Keep him here until we have gone up. Hey, wait a minute, Frenchie.
Oh, Mr. Lucarati, what can I do for you?
We're going to have a little talk, you and me.
Oh?
Thank you, Mr. James. The country is indeed indebted to you. Thank you. Lucarati's on the move.
Yeah, Maggie will tell him. I think you better tell her to get changed.
Him.
Him or her, it.
He's a regular guy, Mac.
Tell it to get changed. It's time.
I'm going to call Malcolm. I'm going to have him bring Miss Baird over here. And don't you think you better start setting up the equipment?
Bonjour, c'est la résidence Baroness Guggensold.
Yeah, Mr. Ryan, it's just me, Maggie. Lucarati went into the Buckstone Gallery. He was in there about 20 minutes.
Oh, he drove straight to the bank.
How'd you know?
Because I'd do the same thing if I was in his position. Thanks, Maggie.
This is the flakiest scab that I have ever been involved in. Trying to fool the world's greatest womanizer with a guy dressed like a woman.
The equipment, Mac.
I'll get the equipment, yes.
Jeb, been along. Okay. That takes care of the Anguilla end. Gunther's holed up in a villa on the northern coast. I got Jeb Mitchell down there and 2 of his men watching the place.
2 more. Our payroll is beginning to look like the city council. Check this out, will you? I want to check out the sound here.
You know, do you think Mr. Lucarati would be meeting the Baroness in a room full of cigar smoke and cigarettes?
Hey, you're right.
Oh.
Is this the mirror they're shooting?
Yep, right back there.
That's it, huh? Hey, guys!
Hello?
If he doesn't get here soon, I'm gonna need a shave.
Stand by, chaps. Don Juan's on his way up.
Anybody home? Who are you? How did you get in here? Lance Lucarati. Nice pad. And you must be Count Vogel.
How do you know my name?
Same way I know that the elevator comes up to this floor.
Harassment him! Throw him out! One moment, Count Vogel. I recognize this man from downstairs. When the Baroness arrived, he gave us trouble.
Well, then you better call the police. I think you fellows better check with Highness. That is, if you care to keep your jobs.
Oh, the Manga Barkali.
And I have the authentic papers from the Buckstone Gallery.
Oh, that's not necessary. No, this is genuine. I know that. You bought that privately?
For 50% more than the reserve price.
And he probably wants to sell it to us for some unreasonable price.
I suppose.
No, it's a very reasonable price.
Well, what is your price?
Well, I'm not going to tell you. I only deal with Her Highness.
No. That's impossible.
Well, she made a long trip to get here. I think you ought to have a talk with her.
You don't understand. Her Highness lives in complete seclusion.
Well, maybe she'll break her rule just once. If she wants the Cupid doll.
Watch him, Jacques.
Oi.
Excuse me.
You will wait here. Sir.
Now, this is your radio mic.
Yeah?
It'll pick up your conversations with Lucarati.
Uh-huh.
And here's your receiver. It'll pick up my directions to...
Lousing up the hair.
Oh, quiet. You sound like a woman.
Well, Fiona. Hi. She's going to be my Scottish nanny.
How do you like my hair?
Your hair is fine. Scottish, Miss Baird?
Oh, the Bairds have been Scottish for centuries.
Well, good luck.
We must fix this.
Oh.
Oh. Lucarati's picture?
Yeah.
Yes.
Her Highness
has graciously consented to grant you an audience, but not alone. Her chaperone will be present.
Chaperone? I thought that went out with smelling salts. You know, I never had that kind of trouble before.
Obviously, you have had no experience in protocol. There are certain rules. I will instruct you. You could have worn something more formal. Something more formal.
Well, you see, my cocked hat and my velvet pants are at the cleaners.
You will address the Baroness as Her Highness. At no time will you turn your back on her. At no time will you approach closer than 3 meters.
Yeah, well, I don't know about these meters.
10 feet. When you are dismissed, you will withdraw backwards, bowing.
I suppose you're going to ask me to kiss her feet.
Button your coat. Follow me.
Bitte sehr gnädige Fräulein, mit die Habensentwicklung zu schnappen Sie Herr Hassenpfeffer und die Johnny Schmoker, Lance Lucarotti.
Oh, my goodness. The dear Lord preserve us. Please, come closer, Mr. Lucarotti.
Your Majesty, how are you? Here, I brought you a present. Well, she's all yours. No choice.
How's she doing? Did you think the German was a little strong?
Huh? Hey, you're lucky I could do that. Pull you out of your harebrained schemes here.
It is uncanny. Aye, the very word.
Well, what is everybody staring at?
Forgive me, Mr. Lucarotti, but my companion and I, Miss McFarlane, you gave us quite a shock.
Oh, I cannot get over it.
Oh, come now. We must not embarrass our visitor, Nanny. It is just... the resemblance is truly amazing. You see, Mr. Lucarotti... perhaps this will explain. Wilhelm, my fiancé. Now do you see?
I can't believe it. Why, that could be me 10 or 12 years ago.
It is you, Turkey.
They're too close.
Very much.
I told her not to get too close to him.
Together. A few days before we were to be married, my Wilhelm was killed in a military exercise.
I'm sorry. That's terrible. Sure, that's why you've hidden away all these years. Of course. Hey, but listen, you can't go on mourning. All right, he's dead, but you're alive. You're something else, lady.
Something else?
Why, absolutely. Why, there's something different about you. No, I felt it the minute I walked through that door.
There he goes, turning it on, smooth as a lizard's egg.
Why, you're giving me something that no other woman has ever given me.
Oh, baby, how right you are.
You're a very forthright person, Mr. Lucarotti.
Oh, no, excuse me, I didn't mean to be personal.
Hey, she's very good. I mean, he's very good.
More handsome than my Wilhelm. What do you think, Nanny?
Ah, he's bra, right enough.
Now I am being personal.
Slow down, you cool it, you melon head.
Of course, he is much more mature. But But so am I. And you are perfectly right, Mr. Lucarati. I cannot go on hiding myself away.
He's going too fast. He'll blow it.
Just take it easy. But the guy's beautiful. He's doing a great job. Relax, okay?
Exhilarated. As if I have been asleep for a very long time. Deeply asleep.
Deep sleep. Look, we gotta cool it, Pete. He's gonna spoil it. I told you.
Okay. Slow down, Jim. Slow down. Let him lead, okay?
Hey. Yeah. But you know, I feel kind of excited myself. I mean, you're so real. You know, easy to talk to.
Your Highness.
Man, he is beautiful, isn't he? Beautiful.
Tell Jim, get to the visa.
I'll go out there and bring him back, okay? Just, take it easy.
Yeah.
A government agent, you say? Extraordinary.
He showed me his ID, and he knew about my service record.
A military man. What army, I wonder? I overheard him talking to Mr. Lucarati in a French accent.
Oh, that was part of his cover-up.
We'll see, Mr. James. Oh, yes.
What is it, Jacques?
May I speak with you for a moment? Baroness, there is a personal call for you from Vaduz on Count Vogel's private line.
I will come in a moment.
Merci, Baroness. Pardon. Pardon.
My father, he worries so. As if I were a child.
Hey, your mustache.
Will excuse me?
Oh, of course.
I should be only a moment.
Was it like that out there?
No.
When I come back, Mr. Lucarati, I want you to tell me all about...
Come on, you mallet head. You're gonna louse it up.
A very long story and something you might not like to hear.
I want to know everything about you. Everything. You promise me?
Absolutely.
Oh, jeez. Show's over.